What's going on, guys? It's your boy NTG back at it again, another video. I'm excited, guys. I got another account flip, 200 to 4,700. Let's just go ahead and round it up to 5,000. You know what I'm saying? So I'm excited to show you guys. I'm gonna break this down again. I tell you guys, I stack up so much profit on gold with this same setup all the time. You know, I want to consistently keep dropping videos on it, so just to show you guys that this is possible consistently. So I'm gonna drop another video. I want you guys to consistently practice and see how I trade the market so you guys can learn. And before we get started, I want to mention one thing. It's only gonna take a quick minute. Shout out to all my students. You know what I'm saying? You guys been sending me crazy DMs of your profits. So shout out to them. They literally took the same setup today that I took, and I didn't even give them any analysis. Like, they just messaged me and said, "Look, NTG, I made profit." And I'm like, dang, we was in the same trade. So those guys are really watching my videos. They're really binge watching me, you know. So you guys got to keep studying, keep learning. And trust me, you're going to get to that level. All right. It just takes patience. You guys don't rush the process. You know what I'm saying? Once you guys continue to watch the videos on my channel and you guys can DM me, I always answer your questions. After time of practice, you guys are going to get there. Trust me. All right. So if you're new to the channel and you want to be a part of the NTG Academy, make sure you subscribe. Go ahead and like up the video. To my OG subscribers, thank you for your support. You already got to know what to do. Let's get straight into the video. All right, guys, so we back on the chart. So let's go ahead and just get straight into the scalp that I took. All right. So you guys already know the first thing to do is to go on the 4-hour time frame to look at your market structure. OK, you guys don't go to the lower time frames until you know where you are on the higher time frames, because that's where a lot of you guys are going wrong. You're going straight to the 5-hour 1-minute chart and you don't know where you are on the daily or the 4-hour. So make sure you on the 4-hour first and then mark up your structure. All right. So I was here on gold on the 4-hour and I saw this support here, right here. Okay. So as you guys can see, we had one touch of support here. We had another touch of support here. Boom. We were close to a touch here. And then the market broke structure, right? So usually when this happens, when we build support and the market breaks, what usually happens is it breaks the structure, it comes back to retest and then continue to drop. But in this case, it just broke the structure again. But I was still sell biased. I just had to wait for the market to come back down here. So this is where we were. Okay. And then as you guys can see here, this will act as resistance. Once you break that support, it will act as resistance. So now that we know where we are on the 4-hour, now we can go down to the 5-minute and we can start actually getting into some trades. As you guys can see, I already lined up all my positions for y'all so you guys can see. Okay, so this was the same pattern I showed you guys in my last video. It was the rising flag. Okay, I make so much profit on these flag patterns, triangle patterns, wedges. It's simple. Okay, you guys see the highlighted line? This was from the 4-hour. So I am sell bias right now. So I have my pattern here, this wedge. I mean, not the wedge, sorry, the flag pattern. So we're here on the flag pattern. Draw my flag pattern in zones. And then as you guys can see, we broke this flag pattern right at the resistance. So this was an automatic sell for me. So this was the first sell that I took. I took I actually took another 0.20. So let me add another one here. So I took 2 0.20s and a 0.10. Okay, the account is at $200, as you guys can see. And I got out. I did get out a little bit aggressive, but I was so sure about that resistance of that market structure. I just went ahead and got in at a 0.50 from the jump. So once I got in there, the market started to come back a little bit, and then we started to drop. So then that's when I switched to my 1 minute time frame. As you guys can see, we came back, retested that zone, and then now we're dropping again. So now we can start scalping gold, and we can start adding positions. You guys see all my positions down here. I was in deep. All right. So we're here, and I had 2 sell stops right there. So I was just waiting for the market to come back down. Boom. And then as you guys can see, this is the screenshot. Now, I screenshotted this moment because I wanted you guys to know the importance of not over leveraging your account. Okay. If I did this incorrectly and I went anything higher than a 0.10, I probably would have got margin called, because as you guys can see, my free margin is in the negatives. And as soon as you get too high into the negatives, the broker will automatically start closing your position. So you guys don't want to over leverage your account. So make sure you're doing this correctly. Okay. So I have my sell stops there, and the market just pushed through it. I don't even think it waited. It just started. Oh, that was the incline. All right. So you guys see the screenshot here. So that was the incline here, and then boom, market dropped. And you guys were also wondering what I use my green 15 EMA for. I use it for re-entries, actually. So when the market retests my green EMA and it makes this engulfing pattern, I actually re-enter the trade to scale in. But it just worked out perfectly with the sell stop. Like I said, I've been doing this for so long. Like sometimes I'd be predicting like the chart on gold. So sometimes it's crazy to me. It still surprises me to this day. But yeah, I know exactly where to put my sell stops. So once we got this engulfing, we just continue to the downside, and we're drawing out my zone. So now I'm trailing stop loss. So this is my recent lower high right here, and now I'm trailing stop loss right here. And you guys were asking me what's my initial stop loss. Let me tell you guys something real quick before we continue. I do not trade with stop loss. When I'm trying to flip an account, I don't use stop loss. Like, if you're going to flip an account, you're going to be risking more than 50% of your account. So I don't even bother with stop loss. The only time I use stop loss is when I'm trailing stop loss. But when I get into my initial trades, I don't put stop loss anywhere. Like, I already made up in my mind that I'm willing to risk this $200. Now, obviously, some of you guys can't do that. Like, I mean, if you are putting money into your account that you're emotionally attached to, you shouldn't be trading anyway. But like I said, like, some of you guys are putting your last dollar into the account. Don't do that, please. Do demo, and then when you get enough money to where you want to risk it or try and flip it or whatever, then go ahead and do that. So you're not emotionally attached to your money, because when you're emotionally attached to your money, that's where mistakes starts to come in, because you don't want to trade off of emotions. You want to trade off of your analysis. All right. So I just wanted to throw in a quick little key factor right there. So we're trailing stop loss, and the market is looking good. I'm $200 in profit. We're starting to drop down now. And now I'm waiting for another retest. Boom, right here. You guys can see we got this 1-2, another engulfing pattern. This is the same pattern that I use all the time. And then I get back in at a 0.20 and a 0.10. And then the market just started shooting down. Perfect. Started retracing, and then boom. Oh, let's go ahead and stop right there. Okay. All right. So I want to show you guys something very interesting with gold. So as you guys can see, I was actually closing my trade. I closed one of them, and then as soon as I closed one of them, gold was moving kind of funny. So I stopped closing my trades. And as you guys can see on the video, I went from 1,300 and balanced to 2,000 in the blink of an eye. This is normal for gold. All right. Gold can move 100. You can blink for a second, open your eyes, and gold dropped 100 pips. Gold moves like that. So be careful in trading this metal. All right. And if you're a newer trader, you already got stopped out by the EMA, which is fine. Don't worry about you know, trying to catch all the pips in the market. You're still learning, you're still developing. As soon as you start to develop your skills more, then you can trade the market how I trade it. Okay, so I have stop loss here, and now I'm just watching the market drop like crazy. All right, and then I'm not in these positions yet. I will be soon. I grabbed the Fibonacci and I used my lower high and my lower low, and I waited for a 50% retracement. And then you guys already know, waited for my engulfing. Boom, got in perfectly. And I got in at another 0.50. And then the market started dropping. And I'm around like 3,700 in profit. I'm trailing stops at my recent lower high. And then I have my lower low here. Boom. And I'm dropping some more. Now I'm trailing. And I'm continuing to trail. Boom. And at this point, I'm thinking about already getting out. But then gold just kept dropping. It was like, no, keep giving me some money. So I had it right here. I actually didn't get stopped out that trade. It was up there. And this is where I was thinking about getting out. But then I saw this engulfing again. And I was like, no, I'm going to hold it. So it kept dropping. And then I moved. This is where I moved stop loss here. And then when I started seeing this is when I closed out. As you guys can see, I closed my last trade out. I was like, okay, I'm pretty much done. Yeah, I was done with that. And that was pretty much the whole trade right there. And then I know some of my students, man, y'all are crazy. Some of y'all just sold it and then y'all bought it around here and then y'all bought the same thing. So, you know what I'm saying? Don't be a one-dimensional trader. You don't have to be. You know, like you guys know, I always say that in my videos. So, but yeah, but that was pretty much it. Nice, quick, little simple video of my analysis. You know, I used a little bit of the fibs and my zones and waited for the breaks and just got into the market. It's that simple. And if you guys are not, you know, used to trading like this so intense, because this is very intense to do. A lot of you guys can just place a trade here and just let the market drop. Literally. You don't have to go to the 1 minute. You can do this on the 15 minute. You can wait for a break on the 15 minute and just wait for the market to drop. You can do it on the hour. You know, just make sure you got your patterns. As you guys can see, look at this. If you're on the hour, you could have drew a nice symmetrical triangle, waited for that break, entered there. Boom. You still would have caught over 100 pips. So very simple, you know what I'm saying? You guys can break this down however you want, you know, just test it how you want. All right. So that's pretty much it for the video, you know what I'm saying? I just wanted to show you guys a quick little nice scalp that I took. This is probably my top 3 scalps that I did. Definitely my top scalp was 100 to 5,000. That was definitely my top one there. So I got a video dropping this weekend, this Saturday, on support and resistance. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that video. It's gonna be very knowledgeable. I know a lot of you guys don't like scalping, so I'm gonna have a nice little day trading / swing trading strategy that you guys can check out. All right, guys. So if you're new to the channel, make sure you like the video. Don't forget to subscribe so you can continue to make some profit. I appreciate all of you guys, man. The channel is almost at 600 subs already. Like, this is, it's kind of crazy. I'm getting like 100-something subs a week. So the channel is growing very rapidly. All right, guys. So that's because you guys been liking up the video. You guys been subscribing. I appreciate all you guys showing all the love. All right, guys. So I'm gonna see you this Saturday on the next video, and I'm out. Peace.